What's good, Commanders fans? Day 3 of mandatory minicamp. This video won't be too long. I mean, probably a typical amount of time, and I'll show a couple clips throughout. The biggest clip that was shown was the pass from Jayden Daniels to Jahan Dotson. They did not show the back-to-back touchdown passes apparently to from Jayden Daniels to Brian Robinson, and they did not show the touchdown pass from Jayden Daniels to Terry McLaurin as well, but they did talk about it on Twitter, some of the media and beat reporters. But we'll start off with Lake Lewis. He said it has been a successful 3-day minicamp for rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels. He's really put his claim into becoming quarterback one entering training camp, so I really like hearing that a lot. Some people did ask Dan Quinn today about the quarterback competition and whatnot, and since Jayden has been the #1 quarterback for the past 2 practices, he started with the first team. And basically, Dan Quinn was still saying this is going to be a competition. It's very early, basically coach speak, because this is the last practice they're going to have until training camp. Man, so they get 6 weeks off, which is awesome for them. It's the summertime, so definitely enjoy it before the season starts. We know it's a grind. Every day they got practice except for like one day out of the week. And then they got the game on Sunday. They got games on Sundays, Monday, or Monday or Thursday. So it's going to be a grind, man. It's going to be a grind for these guys, a mental grind, a physical grind for sure. So definitely take this time off. A couple people did say that, of course, Jayden Daniels and some of the receivers are going to be working out like they do every year. Typically, the quarterback and the receivers work out and you get together and do a workout. So they're going to be doing that pretty soon. So I'm excited to see that. Even though, of course, it's just them practicing and gaining chemistry. He's doing that basically with Luke McCaffrey at 5:45 a.m. every day. But now, in the offseason, they're going to meet up and practice. So I'm excited to see that as well in their all-season time. But, let's get to some play-by-play here. Zach Selby says, touchdown Jayden Daniels to Brian Robinson. Dropped on the bucket over a few defenders' heads. So that's awesome to hear that the touch and the accuracy from Jayden Daniels to B Rob. B Rob had a really good season, catching the football out of the backfield, had, 400 yards receiving. 4 touchdowns receiving, 4 receiving touchdowns. The Seahawks game comes to mind where he really, really did a great job with Yak and getting yards after the catch, where he looked he looked good catching the ball out of the backfield. Zach Selby also says, crazy catch by Davion Davis making a diving catch for a touchdown from Marcus Mariota. Davion Davis he showed out this mandatory minicamp. Of course, I'll be doing my 5 standouts probably either tomorrow or Saturday. It's going to be a busy weekend with Father's Day. I'll just wish everybody a happy Father's Day already. I will be going to the Nationals game on Saturday. Shout out to my wife. She got me tickets for Father's Day weekend to go to the Nationals game. I haven't been to a Nationals game in a long time. Last time I went to a Nats game was the World Series, when they won the World Series. It was like Game 5 or something like that. I think, Game 5 at home. The Nats, we lost that game. The Nats, we lost that game. But getting back to football, Davion Davis has showed out, man. He made some really good plays. Now, I like I said, I don't really think he's going to make the roster, but can he make the practice squad? I mean, he's going to be battling with Bryson Tremaine, Mitchell Tinsley, Demir Bird. Who else is really going to be that? Casimir Allen. I mean, I'm really not high on Casimir Allen. They might keep him only because of the punt returning thing and the punt returning, the rules changing for the kickoffs and whatnot. I did hear Jeremy Reeves talk on the radio about the different rules and kick returns on Team 980. So I did hear about that. Jeremy Reeves was kind of trying to explain that each team is going to try to keep more returners, more than just one returner on the roster, or more than just 2 guys. They want to have a couple guys that are really, really good at returning the football. So we'll see how that shakes out. How does that really impact the wide receiver room this season coming up? Dan Quinn also said Jayden Daniels has a good handle on what they're teaching him, but also possesses humility and knows he has a lot to prove. So that's awesome to hear that, man. We've heard nothing but good things. Him getting to the facility at 5:45 a.m. and working out. Yesterday, his answer saying that he's not a star, he's a rookie. I mean, he said all the right things. I know it's the honeymoon phase right now, and guys are saying the right things, but you love to hear the work ethic and the grind and everything, the effort that he's putting into to become a great quarterback one day and become a star quarterback, really good quarterback in this league. Zach Selby also says, really nice pass breakup from Tyreek Castro Fields. Made a break on a ball intended for Dax Mills. So Tyreek Castro Fields sighting, a former 6th-round pick. So let's see if he can get on the field this year and get a couple snaps. I know we have a good amount of guys at that cornerback position, but let's see if somebody can fight and make the roster. You always need depth for sure. So we'll see if Tyreek Castro Fields does make an impact on the team this year. They didn't say anything about Brandon Coleman. They didn't say whether he was on the second team or the first team. So, we'll see. Also, Dan Quinn said the plan entering the spring was to give both Marcus Mariota and Jayden Daniels first team reps. Dan Quinn said nothing has been determined about the starter, but they love the progress made by Jayden Daniels. Look good. He's on pace. So nothing but good things about Jayden Daniels said so far. Let's see here. What else? The kicking contest in practice from Nikki Zavala. She said Ramiz Ahmed hit from 33 yards, 42 yards, 48 yards, and 53 yards. So he made all his kicks. Lucas Haversick missed from 33, which is awful. And then he made a kick from 42, and made a kick from 48, and then hit the goalpost from 53. So I guess they might as well let this guy go. I know everybody has a bad day, but like I said, once again, the weather was fine. There was no wind, and this guy just keeps missing kicks when it's not even inclement weather, So it's time for him to go. The XFL season is over June 16th, so I think there's going to be, or UFL season, I think there will be better options than Lucas Haversick, to be honest. If he's missing 33-yard kicks, I know it's practice. You got to get the bad stuff out of your system now, but if you're missing a 33-yarder and donking it a 53-yarder in regular weather, then yeah, you're on thin ice, to be honest with you, in a tryout, in my opinion. All right, let's see here. What else did they have? Dan Quinn says his team largely got through the offseason healthy. I'm really thrilled with the health of the team. That's good to hear. Only thing is Jerzon Newton. He did sign his contract today, but he's the only guy that's really, really recovering from an injury right now. Frankie Louvu was on the sideline yesterday, but we'll see what happens. I didn't really hear much about him today. But let's see here. Anything else that stood out? We'll go to Zach Selby's notebook here real quick. He says Daniels took the starting reps during the team drills and Mariota backing him up. Quinn said that it was by design, as the team wanted to give both quarterbacks some starting reps. We're still months away from a decision being made at quarterback, but Daniels has improved each day. His most impressive throws of the day went to Brian Robinson Jr., both resulting in touchdowns. Oh, and Rhiannon Walker, she's back. So we have a Rhiannon Walker sighting back. We haven't seen her in a little while. I know she was with The Athletic with Ben Standig, but she hasn't tweeted or done anything Washington Commanders in a while. She said Jayden Daniels and Brian Robinson are on a roll. Today, Daniels found Brian Robinson in the seam for touchdowns on back-to-back throws during 11 versus 11. He hit on the back shoulder both times. The sound crew immediately played shoulder lean. Well played, Commanders, well played. So that's hilarious. Shout out to Young Dro, man. Shout out to him for that song way back in the day. But that's awesome to hear that Jayden Daniels is throwing over the shoulder to B Rob, man. Getting that connection there. I love it. I love it with a passion. I love hearing that. And I love the swag of the Commanders playing that song after as well. She also said Marcus Mariota third and needed to Davion Davis. We already talked about that play. Let's look at one more play here, and then we'll probably wrap it up. Zach said we got to see a little of Marcus Mariota as a runner on some read option plays, an area of his skill set that is better than most quarterbacks. He did a good job of faking the handoff before sprinting out to his right and running for the end zone. So that's what I want to see from Jayden Daniels. I want to see stuff like that, design runs where he's faking the handoff, RPOs, replay options, stuff like that you saw from Marcus Mariota with the Atlanta Falcons. Mariota did a good job of that. Say what you want to say about Mariota and him throwing the football, but when he was doing that triple option Navy type offense, I don't think we needed to run a Naval Academy type offense that the Falcons were running, where they were just running with Tyler Algier and I forgot the other running back's name for the Falcons at that time when we played the Falcons. But Marcus Mariota, he was cutting us up. He was cutting this defense up, man. And they kept the Commanders on their toes for sure, and other teams on their toes too. Because Marcus Mariota, he was a legit threat as a runner, and we certainly have that. Jayden Daniels certainly has that threat as a runner out there as well. Several players caught touchdowns today. Austin Eckler, Bryson Tremaine, and Terry McLaurin, but the best came from Davion Davis, who kept both feet in bounds despite having two defenders around him. So let's see here. Yeah, that's really about it, guys. That's about it, man. A positive mandatory minicamp. They practiced all 3 days. I'm happy they didn't take that day off. And they took advantage of everything. I did see some of the coaches wearing the Ball is Life t-shirt and doing hard stuff with good people. So nothing but good things, man. Nothing but good things. Like I said, I will be doing my 5 standouts probably tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday or something like that. And then Zach Selby also said practice was light for the last day of work, but the team did go through some 11-on-11 drills for about 30 minutes. So the guys get a break, man. They get a break. And I'll be coming out with a schedule of videos. I'll try to make at least 2 to 3 videos per week during the offseason. This is the lull and the dead part of the season. The NBA Finals is pretty darn awful. So, I mean, this is kind of that part of the offseason where there's just not a lot going on. No NBA, no NFL. just really summer league basketball on the WNBA. I don't watch baseball like that. I will be watching baseball on Saturday, but this is kind of that lull, that no man's land of the sports all season, if you will. The Olympics are coming up. I know that's coming up, but still. So, like I said, I will be coming out with Commanders content for sure and Wizards draft content pretty soon for sure. So, all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. How's Commanders? Peace. Oh, also, Michael Phillips said that Jamin Davis has been strictly, one day he was strictly at the defensive end position. So, you know, you got to keep an eye on that for sure, man. That's big time. That is big information there. And we'll see. We'll see where that goes. We'll see if that amounts to anything. I'm excited to see Jamin play in the edge and just be a pass rusher, man. I think that he's really talented getting to the quarterback. So that's one thing that definitely stood out to me. But that was from yesterday, I think, from Michael Phillips. All right, guys, Health Commanders. Peace.